exactly what we getting into first on this episode.
Oh, what's up?
Your cabin. Allegedly. Your cabin trip, allegedly.
Comedy style.
Comedy style?
Comedy style.
Nah, bro. Did you have on an ascot there? Was it an ascot or was it a bow tie? What you have on? I'm going to have Jordan put the picture on here too, so for the YouTube viewers, they're going to see exactly what your fit was, so don't sit here and lie. What is this?
It was an ascot.
You got an ascot on.
Yeah.
So you knew that was a special event. You was in your bag.
I mean, we all knew it was it.
Then you got the pockets and the buttons. See?
Listen, okay, look. For those of y'all who don't know yet and
With the
haven't seen
balloons.
this,
With
I'm
the
going to explain
balloons.
this to you. The outfit, it was a Roaring Twenties theme, so I did have to come dapper.
So he was Great Gatsby, basically.
I was Scott Gatsby, yes. But let's go ahead and introduce the pod first, and then we can get into that bullshit. Okay, we can get into the shenanigans.
It's not bullshit.
The shenanigans, no, because I have a feeling I know exactly where you're gonna go with it. I know exactly where you're gonna go with it. Peace and love, salutations.
Okay.
What you normally say? Blessings to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It's your
also highly favored. Whatever you be saying. That's
listen, you fucking on my shit right now.
Let's do it the right way.
All right, go ahead.
All right, peace and love. What's going on? It's Trey.
I didn't like the energy though.
I mean, that's not regular voice.
I'm fucking with you.
Nah, because, all right, let me do this over.
All right, okay.
All right, peace and love. What's going on? It's Trey.
And it's Scott checking back in this thing.
That was the same tone, right?
No.
Listen, episode 93, right?
93 of them guys.
Okay, welcome back to the Brochillians podcast, episode 93.
With your oh so blessed, black, and highly favored hosts.
Definitely shout out the first timers.
The last timers.
And the in-betweeners.
For coming back again and again, week after week, showing much love to us. However you do it, like, comment, share, subscribe, and turning that post notifications on just so you know when we post.
Click the like button, share, subscribe, whatever
all
they be
that
saying.
good shit.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our channel.
Smash the like button.
Facts. All that shit. All that good shit. Because it costs zero. And we are on everything. Every platform, you name it. Go find us. We drop, for those of y'all, we know that y'all know when we drop. But for those of y'all that are first timers, we drop Wednesdays the audio, and then Saturdays come the visuals.
Yes,
so
sir.
definitely look out for that.
I actually want to shout out everybody who did tune in and show love on the gram this past week.
Hell yeah!
Shout out Tuesday Night Swim too. That was a dope episode. Got a lot of
Tuesday.
great feedback on that. So definitely follow the show. We're gonna have you on again soon.
We got a lot of comments, a lot of good commentary. You know what I'm saying on that this past weekend too. That shit was lit. We appreciate that. Hell
yeah.
But shout out to the listenerships as well. We're not forgetting about y'all. The YouTube listenership, Apple listenership. You know what I'm saying? Just wherever you fuck with us at, man. You know. But yeah, let's start it off right, because I already know you're gonna get into your bag.
I mean, the pod fathers are here to pod.
You already know.
And bring some ism to the game.
Always.
So
some good knowledge, and it ain't taxed. You know what I mean? But so how was your mental though? How is everything with you, King? Check back in. I know it's been a week. I seen you, but for the people,
we're gonna recap that.
Facts.
I'm excellent. You know, I'm excited to be here. I'm elated to be here, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Jordan. Shout out Amari, of course. You know what I'm saying? The gang is in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm here to pod. You know the vibes.
Oh, you here to pod.
That's one of the words we gotta kill, though. At the end of 2021, we gotta kill vibes.
Why?
Because I catch myself saying it too much now. And people equate everything to a vibe. Not everything is a vibe.
I'm not mad at it. I think we need to kill lit.
And manifest. And energy.
Kill the
people love to manifest shit. Y'all be manifesting nothing.
No, I'm not mad at it.
But before you go,
yeah,
I do want to say I did shout out Tuesday again because he was telling us about the 8-hour meditation he was talking about last week on the pod. How it opens up your chakras. I might be pronouncing it chakras.
You had it right.
It's like 7 of them, right?
Yeah, I think
the
so.
The crown, your third eye, throat, and forgive me for not knowing the rest. But, yo, that really works. I tried meditation? It. Yes. That 8 hours is no joke. When you wake up your body, I can't explain. It's definitely an out-of-body experience for sure. But it felt like really like tingly.
So how did you do it, if you don't mind me asking?
Huh?
How did you meditate, if you don't mind me asking?
So it's actually a video. I can send it to you on exactly how it works, and it gives you like the instructions in the description, and it's supposed to basically relieve you of any stress, anxiety, depression, anything that you got going on.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm probably not gonna try it. But I appreciate you for extending the knowledge and send it out to them too.
Why would you try it though?
Just because I feel like my methods of meditation are working for me right now.
Okay.
And I feel like when I do venture out and try different things, I'm either feeling a little repressed because it didn't work as well as I wanted it to, or it just, didn't really sit with, I guess, me well enough after the fact, like after the meditation.
As long as any anxiety and negativity is living rent free in your head, then that's cool then.
No, that's facts. Yeah. I have my own way, you know what I'm saying, my own ways of meditation. I'm always definitely down to try some shit. I'm just saying I might not, just because of where I've been at, the meditation that I've been doing, it has been really working for me. I've been feeling a lot better.
But yeah, what's going on with your mental? How's your heart?
Man, I mean, my heart is clear. My heart is free. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend my weekend with my closest people, and that's all I've really been wanting, just to start my new year off quite well. So I'm happy about that. Everything else, you know what I'm saying, if it hasn't fallen into place yet, it will.
Ask Scott. Scott is crazy.
Why? I was
like, just shit. It has a ring to it. Ask Scott.
Look, Ask Scott. I had the window pane vest on with the Ask Scott. The double-breasted window pane vest too. So if you know anything about, you know what I'm saying, dapper doings, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
He was definitely clean.
I appreciate.
I'll give you your flowers on that for sure.
I appreciate that. There's some chill shit. I think you've seen the outfit, maybe not the whole outfit, but pieces of it before. You know what I'm saying? I threw some shit together, my Shabadoo type shit.
Shabadoo.
Little razzle dazzle. Okay, nothing too crazy. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, we can go ahead and get into this recap. We can go ahead and get into the shenanigans.
What is that? Yeah. I want to ask you, what's there to recap? I'm going to sit back on this one.
The fucking weekend. What you mean?
You tell the weekend allegedly.
It was a movie. Allegedly, it was a movie.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Because why would we go to a cabin when it's COVID out, right?
Exactly. I'm really not kicking it with nobody that I haven't been kicking it with. I'm chilling with the same people I've been chilling with, and I'm still wearing my fucking mask.
Well, to be responsible, I did actually get tested last week.
Oh, good shit.
And I am good. So.
Bet. Good shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm required to get tested by, you know what I'm saying, by work every so often. So that will be coming up as well, too. So, yeah, definitely that. And, I mean, I drink my teas, you know what I mean? I stay out the way, and I eat my veggies. So, for the most part, my immune system is okay. It's pretty straight. Yeah, but, so, allegedly, comedy style, you know what I'm saying, there's a little gathering that may or may not have taken place with a few of my closest, nearest, and dearest. And you know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. It was a vibe. I think I held my own.
I think new scenery from time to time is very healthy for your mind.
Oh yeah.
Because being trapped, or not even trapped, but just enclosed in the same space for a certain period of time, whether that be at home or you consistently showing up to work, you need a break from that.
Yeah, no,
you need
definitely.
a refresher. You need a breather. So even if it's a 2-day trip or a week trip, take it.
Oh, yeah.
Take it for you.
Any amount of time that can allow you to just, you know what I'm saying, separate yourself from the regular scenery, the regular environment that you're already in that may be causing whatever kind of stress or limitations that you have going on physically, mentally, or, you know what I'm saying, soulfully. It's definitely always a good thing to just, you know what I'm saying, just excavate. What was the classic that we...
Excavate to elevate?
Thank you. Yes, sir. See, but yeah, it's always good shit to do that. So...
And another thing I've been realizing, because you ever heard of the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Always.
And people always equate, 5 years to being either wealthy, successful. Mm-hmm. I say happiness. I know this is kind of going off on a tangent of what we're talking about.
Please do.
But... yeah, happiness, man. Happiness is all about how much, for me at least, how much impact you make on this world while you're here. Mm-hmm. So in 5 years, I want to be happy. And once you're happy, I think that equates to success. That equates to your friendships, your relationships that you have with people too. Mm-hmm. You have to be healthy and be right with yourself.
No doubt.
Because everything else, if you succumb under the pressures of what social media and everybody else is posting, then you're gonna feel pain. You're gonna feel pressured. You're
always gonna be unhappy.
Right.
You always gonna be unhappy
because they only showing you the highs. They only showing you the highs for sure. So
no doubt.
Definitely take that in stride.
Yeah, that'd be one of the things that'd be low-key pissing me off about interviews, because they be asking me crazy questions like that. Like, I don't know necessarily where I see myself in 5 years, because they want you.
It's usually jobs that interview you to ask you questions.
Exactly.
Like that.
But I think to answer that question, off the top of my head, I feel like in any lengthy amount of time, whether 5 years, 7 years, whatever, I feel like I just want to see myself transcended. Like, I want to become a better person than I am today, and I'm always working on that, whether it's just having knowledgeable conversations with OGs or just people that are in your friend group to just develop different perspectives. I think that's, how you transcend yourself, how you become a better you than yesterday. I feel like that should always be the goal. So
that's big facts.
Yeah, but definitely taking some time off, just like, you know what I'm saying, getting a different environment definitely helps that as well. I think we kind of did that too.
And LinkedIn, I don't think about it. LinkedIn is cap.
Why you say that?
LinkedIn is big cap. They post millions and thousands of jobs every single day. I'm on that bitch like clockwork.
Facts. And now one of the niggas hit
25/8. I spent a week on LinkedIn, and no, they'll hit you back, but just the the requirements of what you have to have under the job description, they want you to have 10+ years of HR, whatever department you're trying to go into, and it's just so frustrating because it's like, do y'all realize half of these, not even half, but a good percentage of people that are on your platform are looking for jobs, they're not going to have an egregious amount of experience.
Right.
Some of these people are fresh out of college or a couple years out of college.
And a lot of things, too, I think are still geared towards that older generation because, you know what I'm saying, for people like us, we can't necessarily get that experience without that chance. And we can't get that chance without that experience. So it's very redundant because they're looking for an older generation of people to come in to saturate the workforce when that's not the case. When it's us coming out of college, that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to start somewhere, but, you know what I'm saying, we can't.
And on top of all that foolishness, they want you to do an internship where you may or may not get paid. You don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know. It's basically you're writing favors on your resume.
Yeah.
You're just showing how many favors you did. Okay, I did this favor and went to school for 45 years. I did an intern for somebody who could care less about me and didn't give me a position there.
And a lot of times the running conversation in a lot of people's heads that are our age is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we feel like we're on a time crunch. Like, we don't have enough time to have all this experience, have all these certifications, skills, and whatnot to be able to work at this job. When really you asking for, you know what I'm saying, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of our life. And it's hard.
That's the thing people don't want to touch on. Workplace politics. Because I still feel like, why are you still asking, what color am I? Why does it matter? Right. Am I qualified or not for the position?
Right. That's facts. That has nothing to do with it. Like, I get, like, diversity in the workplace is a big deal. And
absolutely,
it's very important, but it shouldn't be, like, the basis of whether or not you get the job. That shouldn't be in my, you know what I'm saying, pre-screening questions.
They want to ask you about your disability, your gender, your race.
Yeah, I get the disability, but the gender and the race part, I'm not so sure about because it doesn't make me more or less competent or more or less, you know what I'm saying, comprehension on what the job entails based on, you know what I'm saying, the color of my skin. And that's just what it is. So yeah. All these, a lot of the workplace principles and politics are very outdated. And somebody should figure out who we need to talk to get this shit up to date for real, because this job force shit ain't really getting no easier, and we only getting younger. Not us per se, but the generations are only getting younger. So it's like these requirements are but ever so redundant because it's not helping nobody, job force or us. That's just what it is. Because the fact that, you know what I'm saying, all that is a thing. The fact that our generation can't get these jobs, we turn into, you know what I'm saying, social media platforms and things like that.
That is the beautiful thing of our generation, though, because we are creatives. We are entrepreneurs, whether we know it or not. We've created all these different lanes, whether that be on social media to sell sneakers, skincare products, whatever it is. Because 20 years ago, you could never do that.
And we are low-key.
The exposure is as high as ever.
Yeah.
So you can turn a $200 or not even or a 200 follower page on Instagram and be a millionaire. You can create a software now. It's just so many egalitarian ways to make money.
And it's funny because now more than ever, I have been seeing, like, I had a lot of OGs, not a lot of OGs, but very significant OGs in my life that gave me a lot of game. And one of the things that they told me was, you know what I'm saying, never look down on somebody that you think is, you know what I'm saying, whether they're at a different place than you in life or whatever, because you never know, you might have passed on somebody that you could have been hiring and now you working for them.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of times what has been happening now because, you know what I'm saying, people like us have been creating our own jobs out of thin air, and now these big time powerhouse companies looking for people like us. But we need that experience and all that shit. And now we're not here for it.
And I guess these conversations with my mother have been pretty difficult as of late because, my mom, she's very loving, caring, and she cares about, her oldest son, of course.
Shout out mom.
Shout out mom. But it's difficult to have these conversations with just somebody from that generation, not calling her old, but it's just the mindset and mind frame that they're stuck in.
Yeah.
Because she sees, you got to get a new job, or you got to work for this person to make more money salary, but the goal is not to work for anybody, period.
Exactly.
I don't want to make somebody else rich when I can make myself rich. So the whole American dream of having a white picket fence, starting a family, getting a car, and then having a house, that's old and redundant and played out to me.
No, it definitely is.
You know what I'm saying? If it takes another 4 or 5 years to get our platform, or whatever that I'm working on where I want it to be, then so be it.
Right.
But I don't want to spend the rest of my life slaving for somebody else who can give two damns about me.
And to kind of, I'm sorry, were you?
Nah, to
kind of piggyback off that, I was just going to say, I was watching this video earlier. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. I think his first name is Anthony, but he played on the show Blackish, the dad. He was saying how he basically, he cut his son off, completely financially, because his son decided to not take the college route and drop out and pursue his personal dreams of becoming a rapper. And it wasn't his son was a SoundCloud rapper that's not making no noise or just doing it just because and he's actually trash. His son is actually nice, and he's been booked for big shows with big audiences. So he's, he's doing numbers. But the fact that his dad still cut him off because it's like, you chose not to do this college route, which is the right thing in terms of, going this route, which may or may not fail for you. It's like that conversation is being had a lot too with parents, because that disconnect is there when it's like, yo, you got to understand that college degrees, yes, they may, do some justice for you, but it's not the end all be all if you don't get that. And I feel like as a parent, I'm not a parent, but looking like on the opposite hand of it as a child, as somebody's child, I feel like you shouldn't necessarily cut your kid off because they don't go that stereotypical American dream fed, way of getting a college degree.
You should, and again, I'm not a parent either, but you should definitely support your child or children's what their plan is, what they want to do with their life. Everybody's going to do it different.
And that includes financially. Yes, you're going to support your kid, morally and wherever, they need confidence or anything like that, but you should also support them financially too if they need it. And if they're not 40, goddamn, you know what I mean?
Right, and piggybacking off what you said, also, college is a double-edged sword. It's beneficial for some people. Other people may look at it as a scam. I went to 4 or 5 years of school, and we preach in the United States, at least, that your education is free.
Right.
All you have to have is good grades, and you'll get a full ride. That's not true. There's plenty of people who got financial aid, but still have to come out of pocket and pay for books or the rest of the tuition.
Oh, of course.
Because college is not... It's not
cheap.
It's not cheap at all. You can go to the
cheap.
cheapest college in Georgia and still be thousands of dollars in debt once it's all said and done.
Facts.
So I think by getting that sheet of paper, it's an accomplishment, but on the same token, what can that get you today?
And to comment on that further, it's like the shit really should be free, because the amount of shit that they don't teach us that is that should be in history books and record books, the important shit that will get you further in terms of human interaction and just knowing how to work with other people's temperament and things like that, and just being adept in history, having other races actually understand what other races went through in history. The fact that shit not in there, it should be free. I think all education in the U.S. should be free for that reason.
I think education period should be free.
I mean, I think it is free in most of other places, just not here.
Okay.
And
like Europe.
Yeah,
certain parts of Europe.
Exactly. And in my understanding, the European textbooks are more adequate than ours. I'm not gonna say fully because I don't know their history, but they're more adequate and more informational than ours, more precise than ours.
And let's be real, most of the people that are in thousands of dollars in debt, they ain't paying that shit back. Let's be real, Sally Mae ain't getting all them checks back. She's just not respectfully.
Yeah, that shit it's a slippery slope. I'm not gonna cap.
I guess you could kind of parallel this into the first topic that we do have on here.
Okay.
This happened February 17th, so about a week ago or so. Joe Biden rejects Democrats' plans for $50,000 student loan forgiveness. And I thought this was really important because I remember when he was on his campaign going for presidency, and this was one of the things he mentioned.
Yeah, that was
I want to get rid of student loan debt. So politicians are they're always capped. I've said that from the beginning.
Always.
But it's just is Biden really going to be better than Trump? Because he's a month in. It's February 23rd, and he 0 for 2 for me.
He's 0 for 2 for me too.
And I had expectations of him at least turning over the leaf. Granted, yes, it is only a month in. He can still turn a lot of shit around.
And that's what
but he's not off to a good start if you ask me.
No, that's what I would say. I'm not going to completely condemn him just yet. He is 0 for 2, yes, because, you know what I'm saying, this specifically is a major platform, you know what I'm saying, that could change a lot of people's lives. It's not just some little bill that, you know what I'm saying, we're contemplating.
So it says Biden responded stating, "I will not make it happen." He then added, "My point is, I understand the impact of debt and it can be horrible. I am prepared to write off the $10,000 debt, but not $50,000 because I don't think I have the authority to do that." Yes, the hell you do. If it came down to it,
I'm not gonna say he might not have complete authority. Maybe he can sign the end of the papers. Yes, like that end all be all stamp.
I think he has a great percentage, at least a 35-40% chance of doing that.
Yeah, it's probably not 10%. Sure, yeah, it's probably not 50 either though, because you still have to consider, you know what I'm saying, all the other minds that are conjoining to make these decisions: the Senate, the House of Rep, you know what I'm saying. So,
and the second point that he's off for me is because I was expecting that stimmy in February. Mm-hmm. Because remember, he signed all those, what is it called? What do they call that shit? Your action, whatever you sign when you first get into office. Too. Yeah. But, forgive me, but I was expecting that soon. I know a report came out today where it said Cali got $600 stimulus checks. Mm-hmm. And it was like some legalities that you had to be a part of to get that $600. But where's our stimmy? I need our $1,400.
No, that's definitely big facts. I feel like we should have got ours before Cali got theirs, because.
And that $600 ain't gonna do shit. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? That $600 in California is equivalent to maybe $20.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere.
and I'm just being light.
No, that's facts. That's big facts. I used to live out there. But I mean, I will say, like, for me right now, Biden isn't necessarily my favorite. I'm not gonna cancel him just yet, because I feel like, in my opinion, if you not out here leading with like clear and present hate as Trump was, you're already better. Now, the promises that he was making, yes, I need him to do better, because those first 90 days of the presidency is very, very important. That definitely sets the tone for a lot of things. And maybe there's things that we just didn't know about that these issues maybe have to take a back seat. So maybe he said 10. Maybe they might up it to 30.
Maybe I'm not privy to it too.
And that's the thing.
But I think also Kamala has been pretty shallow and quiet as of late as well.
No doubt. These first 90 for her too have been quiet. I just think it's a little bit more politics, because we're not privy, and we won't ever be privy.
Yeah, and I'm not politics, man. We're not the politics podcast.
Right.
I'm just going off how I see it so far.
Yeah, of course.
And I check the news pretty often.
Oh yeah. All I can really hope for is, you know what I'm saying, the fact that I don't even know how to put it, but I guess I could just say I hope that, the things that he lobbied for.
We get shit right.
Yeah, I hope that the things that he lobbied for don't necessarily take a backseat to other things, be it more like prioritized or whatever. I hope that what he promised, he delivers. Mm-hmm. In time. All I can really say, because a lot of this shit does take time. You know how they be stingy with their bread.
Right.
Uncle Sam, he don't be trying to give shit back. So, Uncle Tom, Uncle Sam, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, who knows?
And so, I guess we could segue a little bit. I seen this last night, actually. It says new information about the Elijah McClain's death revealed. And this automatically took me back to, was that May? When George Floyd... when that whole thing happened, right? Mm-hmm. And so that put me back into that mindset of, like, I just went cold, because it's like, I remember that time, and I remember we had to come up here every week to talk about this stuff. Yeah, and it's difficult. It still weighs a ton on my heart. And I'm pretty sure everybody else that can relate, it does the same.
And actually, R.I.P. Ahmaud Marbury. Today is the 1-year anniversary of his passing, or his assassination. So, definitely R.I.P. King. And everybody else that we have lost within these past years, so too, as well.
So it says an independent investigation revealed that the officers of the Aurora Police Department had no legal basis to restrain McClain as he was walking home from the store. No shit. According to the investigation report, officers were responding to a call about a suspicious person walking in the neighborhood. McClain was approached by the officers without accusing him of committing a crime. The report also states this decision had ramifications for the rest of the encounter. which Basically end up costing his life for some bullshit that should not even happen in the first place.
Right.
So yeah, I guess I put this on the docket because, I get teared up a little bit because we can relate to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It still hasn't stopped. We still get executed out here.
And not only that, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It creates a very dark universe for people like us, for black men especially, just because, you know what I'm saying, the fact that we know we're like actively out here being hunted, it creates a very, very dark space. Because not only do, you know what I'm saying, I have to see this, I also have to physically experience it.
Every day. Yeah. Every day the feeling is eerie. Because
exactly.
we wake up with the intention of, I'm going to get home tonight.
But that may not always happen just because somebody may be on some fuck shit.
And even in your own home, we've seen it.
Exactly. And it's really no way to escape it, which is the even like eerier part about it, just because it's like anything that I can do, any precaution that I can take still might not save my life. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, evidence like that has been revealed, it's a good thing, yes. My first thought, though, and I'm not even gonna cap, my first thought is that they've probably known this for a minute. They just released it to us.
They knew it the first day. They no doubt knew about it.
100%. They're just now releasing this to us, just so I guess, you know what I'm saying, the pushback won't be as heavy, but nah, because we still coming for y'all next, even though y'all killed, bruh. And that's just what it is. So yeah, but I do kind of want to touch a little bit more on that fact too. The fact that, like, you know, it's a scary ass world out here for us, bro. And it's like a lot of people don't really understand. Like, I'm not even gonna say a lot of people, but different races, certain races don't really understand, like, the actuality.
They never
of
will
it.
Because you have to be black to understand black.
Okay, well, maybe not understand, but I guess I don't even know the word that I'm looking for. But
they may have an idea of how it is, but they'll never 100% know what we go through from day one when we're born. We're automatically at odds against the world just because we're black when you're born.
Right.
So from then on, it's a journey. You're battling your way. I don't want to say basically to the top. You can say
no. That's facts.
So
everything has been.
It's not easy. You know, you go everything off of people judge you by your name, by the way you look, by the way you dress, by the music you listen to. The list goes on. So I think having platforms like this is important too to talk about it because let's be real, a lot of us are disenfranchised or don't have the opportunity to do things other races get to do.
Oh yes, sir.
We're born people. White people are already 10 steps ahead of us when we're already born, and so we're already fighting that in the race.
Yeah, from the massive, you know what I'm saying, just blatant perspectives of, you know, like oppression and segregation and all that to the itty bitty tiny microscopic microaggressions. And
I hate to pull the race card, but it's hard not to when this whole entire country was predicated on white supremacy.
I don't even think you should have prefaced that with what you said. Sorry to pull the race card, because at this point it is a race card. At this point it's blatant, and at this point it's like, you are only doing this to us and have only been doing this to us forever. So it's not even about me being, you know what I'm saying, a disgruntled or super sensitive or over aggressively black male. It's just the fact that no, like, you're literally hanging us from trees. You're literally killing us in our own homes in our sleep. You're literally, you know what I mean? You're literally taking just, you know what I'm saying, rights and everything from us.
The sicker part, you act absent-minded when we call you out on it,
right? Or
you have all the details to the investigation, but then it's like, oh, we still don't know because this could possibly. It's just too much. Yeah, it's just too much for me.
As we close out this this Black History Month, I urge everybody to, you know what I'm saying, even if you're not black, to the non-black listeners, you know what I'm saying, to the non-people of color, if you do have people of color in your life, black people, express your sentiments, please, on a daily basis, because you don't understand how stressful and how nerve-wracking and how eerie and scary this life can actually be for us.
It's a beautiful thing, but it's definitely a gift and a curse.
And it's definitely fun. You know what I'm saying? Life is definitely fun. We try to enjoy it to the best of our abilities, but don't get it fucked up. It is dangerous out here for us. So yeah, definitely, you know what I'm saying, express your sentiments to your black friends, ending out this Black History Month. Tell them you love them. Give them their flowers, you know what I'm saying, because they often us.
Let's get to something light.
Yeah.
Shmurda's home. Bobby Shmurda.
Is my Smurda dance
He's dancing,
whack?
by the way. He's dancing.
Is my shit whack?
Yes, it's whack. That's why I went crickets.
Oh, damn.
But yes, Bobby Shmurda is free.
Yes, sir.
6 or 7 years?
7 years, I believe.
7 years. Mm-hmm. Yo, when I tell you that video that I saw of him hugging his mom was so beautiful after not seeing each other for 6 years.
That shit gave me chills.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Bobby Shmurda.
Facts.
His loved ones and everything. I know they're pretty excited for him to come home, of course. And people want to see him on the music scene.
Facts. They finally freed a real nigga, yo.
Part of me does feel like, too, though, we got robbed. We got robbed in the sense of we'll never get to see a Bobby Shmurda Pop Smoke record. We'll never get to see Pop Smoke with him, Fabio Foreign, Roddy Rebel. Like, it's just too much. So I'm happy that he's home, but I just think Pop Smoke should still be here with us.
Hell yeah. That would have been crazy. That feature, that would have been nuts. Oh, my God. And I can only imagine what that would have done for the drill scene and up top, because Pop is already, you know what I'm saying, a legend at, 21?
Yeah. He has a movie coming out.
Exactly. And Bobby Shmurda, what was that, 2014 when the joint came out?
It might even been a little bit before that.
Yeah, and he made all that noise, and I think they just recorded that song back at number 1 on the records. I think it was, if not top 100. I cannot remember what. I think I saw it on Complex though, but the song is back at number 1 after almost a decade.
Not bad. It definitely wasn't that song.
Yeah, no.
I was just trying to see what year. So yeah, August 1st, 2014 is when Hot Nigga came out.
So yeah, it's been a really long.
And I don't even want Bobby to reinvent the wheel. You don't even have to give us a Hot Nigga Part 2.
You don't,
because I already know whatever you drop is gonna be fire. When you get on one of these, what do they call it, drill beats nowadays, he's gonna smoke this. Because I think he was the pioneer and influencer for that sound that we hear now.
I think he was too.
I'm not discrediting the UK because I know the UK is very heavy on the drill sound too.
But it's different though.
But I think it stemmed or started around that time, and he was definitely one of those pioneers of that time.
Yeah, I can give him that too as well. He's one of the big dogs in that sound in that regime. Who are you excited to see a feature with from Bobby? Who would you put on the track? It may sound
corny because they were just together, but Quavo. I do condemn Quavo on, you know what I'm saying, giving him the PJ.
We're gonna get into that too.
Already money up front, like, and I don't even think it was for the photo op. I think it was real genuine, like, yo, like, bro, because
not for the photo op, for the feature.
Yeah, for the feature too. But I'm just saying, like, because you know some people think it might have been for the photo op.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Culture 3 is dropping this year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. You think?
I don't think it's for that. I think it's real, like, genuine love for each other.
Mm-hmm. They were friends like before he got locked up too, right?
And obviously the Migos were in a different space at 2014 than they were in 2021.
Right, of course.
That's what was that. That was the year. Was that the year Culture dropped? The first Culture? I
could not tell you, bro. I feel like it was around then too, because that was when we graduated, and I think that whole, like, that's when we was crazy on Migos. Mm-hmm. Pause. So I feel like it was.
It's not pause.
Yes. Okay.
It came out in 2017. Wow, I was way off. I was a couple years off.
Okay, interesting.
And that album's a classic.
That's when she's a stripper, naked, dancing. That's when all that was coming out. When we graduated.
Oh, okay, that's 2014. Yeah, that's when that was.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, we showing our age. Shit. Damn. It's all good.
Yo, some of the kids wasn't even outside when Bobby Shmurda was out here.
Y'all wasn't outside.
That wasn't outside.
Y'all never seen the hat come up and never come down. Don't even get it fucked up.
You know what's nasty? The 21-year-olds now were born in 2000.
That shit's sick, right?
Yo.
That shit's sick as hell. Like, for me to think about it, it's like, yo, what? I was born in what? And y'all, I'm not that. I'm not old. I'm not. I can't be. But yeah.
Let's get to this Meek Mill Kobe bar. It actually happened last week, but we didn't touch on it.
Did it happen last week?
It did happen last week. I seen it surface. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday when I seen the report.
Okay.
I heard the bar. We can play it if you want. I don't know if you have it pulled up somewhere.
I don't have the song pulled up. I didn't even hear the song. I didn't hear the snippet. I read the bars. I read the lyrics.
So allegedly they're saying that it was a leak and that it wasn't supposed to come out. And the song is not going to come out.
It's still not out, right?
They said it's not going to come out.
Okay.
It was a leak.
Interesting.
But pretty much he said something along the lines of something with his chopper like Kobe.
He said, this bitch I'm fucking always tell me that she show love, but she ain't never showed me. Yeah, if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'll be another Kobe. That was the bar.
So I'm gonna let you get your sentiments off. I just want to say, first off, the bar was whack. So already in itself, that it's already distasteful. And I get it. Hip hop is a grimy, nasty substance of music sometimes, because some of our favorite songs have the most terrible bars in it. It has
no doubt
some of the worst lyrics in it.
Most grimiest shit, yeah.
They'll tell you they shiesty, they'll kill you. Like, it's a plethora of things.
First off, fuck your bitch and the click we claim. Nah.
So I know what kind of bag hip-hop gets into, but I think this was just out of place. It's
too soon?
It's not even too soon. You just never say that. Like, you can't get that off in 2030. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna say something that you can't get off. I'm gonna say it was the wrong person to get it off about. Like, if he put another name in there other than Kobe, I feel like it wouldn't have been okay, but it would have been less. No name
because you don't know how their family has to grieve.
And that's one, no doubt. That's why I say it might have been too soon for that.
It's not too soon. You don't say it at all. It's a whack bar. It's a whack. If you're Meek Mill, that's a whack bar. That's corny.
And that's what I was gonna say too. For Meek,
repeat the bar. You don't gotta repeat the whole thing. Just where he said the Kobe part.
Yeah, if I'm ever lacking, I'm going out with my chopper. It'll be another Kobe.
Come on, fam. Stop it.
I mean, listen. I'm gonna say, I get what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Another legend.
I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not.
Nah, I'm not even. Look, I'm not gonna cap. I got what he was saying, but I'm not agreeing with it. I feel like it was distasteful, yes, but at the same time, it didn't hit for me either. The bar, both bars leading up to it, and I don't know what he said after. I don't know how he whatever.
It doesn't even matter. You can have the highest verse ever. The fact that he got that off in that song that allegedly is not gonna come out. Come on, fam.
Yeah, the punch wasn't.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, let's cancel Meek Mill. Let's start a Meek Mill cancel program."
You can't do that.
We're not gonna do that.
You can't do that.
I just think Meek has been. I don't know. He gets involved in situations and ends up looking real corny sometimes.
A lot of people are gonna cancel him for that. A lot of people are gonna say, you know what I'm saying, this is his 8th strike or whatever, so we off it. But y'all can't play like Meek is not out here doing good.
But for me, it's not even. It's bigger than canceling you. It's you acknowledging the fact that you know what you said, right?
Oh, he acknowledged it.
You know who you talking about. But it took Vanessa Bryant to come out and say how distasteful and how not intact that was.
If you want me to read hers, I have her
you can.
too. Okay, so basically she came out and she tweeted, she said, Dear Meek Mill, I find this line to be extremely insensitive and disrespectful, period. I am not familiar with any of your music, kill this shit. But I believe you can do better than this. If you are a fan, fine. There's a better way to show your admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact.
And she did what she was supposed to.
Of course.
And Kobe Bryant is not even here to I don't want to say defend himself, to not even just be here in this moment. Meek Mill did tweet and say, I apologize to her in private earlier today.
Yeah. Not
to the public. Nothing I say on my page directed to an internet viral moment or the family of a grieving woman. If you care about something, or if you care about someone grieving, change the subject. But for me, that's ass backwards, because if you care about someone grieving, don't say it at all.
I mean, I get it, but I don't think his intention was of malice, though. I feel like he was getting off a bar that was saying, like, look, if somebody come for me, I got my chopper and I'm going out like Kobe type shit. Yes, I get that was ill time and a little disrespectful, but you got to think about it from, like...
I can't think about that from none.
No, just listen. From a creative, making a bar, you want it to be passionate and you want it to drop. You want it to hit. He may have thought it was going to hit different, but... Looking at it from the outside looking in, as Vanessa Bryant, from a consumer listening to it, it didn't feel right.
I get everything you're saying.
I'll get from him, yes.
I get everything you're saying, but fuck that respectfully. As a creator, you coming up with a way better bar. And if you're going to mention Kobe, especially the way he went out of his untimely demise, you got to do it. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
It has to be of light. It has to be of love. And the bar has to slap. But yeah, I just wasn't really here for this either.
I don't even think it's too soon, too early. I don't think it's none of that. Don't say it.
I think it would have.
Don't say it. And the people, the iller part, people in the studio let it rock.
Yeah, I don't know who was in the studio with that.
And I get it because as the engineer, A&R, producer, whatever it may be, you can't tell your mans or whatever rapper it is, like, hey, you may need to change that, because that's their creative process. That's the way they're working.
No, you can. You can.
That's what I think.
Certain people can.
But some of the rappers listening or artists, they might think otherwise. Don't tell me what to say in my song. You just make the beat, or I'm paying you for this, so let me say what I need to say on this.
No doubt. I think I'll just say this and I'll leave it at this. I feel like if the bar was better, constructed better, and if it was a different person, I feel like it would have rocked. if it was if he had to do that, if he had to say that about a person that passed, like compared it to a person that had passed, if it was somebody else other than Kobe, and if it was worded better, it might have slapped. It might have not had this reaction. And I probably would feel better about it. But yeah, Meek, you kind of missed with that one, bro.
I don't think we talked about Judas and the Black Messiah enough last week. I know we briefly touched on it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
But I actually want to get into it. Since
Meat and
we
potatoes.
are still in the music realm.
What's up?
We can get into the soundtrack first. Yeah.
Talk about it, King.
Again, I did enjoy most of the project. What It Feels Like was the best one for me with Nipsey and Jay. I wasn't mad at the Broad Day with Hit Boy. Okay. And I don't mean to be
I knew you were
tracklist man, but I don't know. It's just something about like highlighting what stands out for me and what adds to my playlist because I'm very picky and very conservative when it comes to what I add on my playlist and what am I listening to
as well. Okay, so tell me this: did you download the whole album? Or
I downloaded the whole thing. Parts? Okay. I gave it a shot. You know, when something drops, I automatically download the entire project, and then I kind of pick and choose. I listen to it a few times, and then I pick and choose and say, okay, this might be an hors d'oeuvre. This might be trash.
Okay, I'm not mad at your tactic. I feel like for me, it depends on certain artists. I'm gonna like instantly download like Brent or like, you know what I'm saying, like you for like CB.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's an instant automatic download. But in any circumstance, any album, I'm gonna listen to it first before I download, and then I'm gonna pick.
But honestly, I'm doing that with every artist now. If it's a big name, I'm gonna give it an opportunity. I'm gonna give it a chance to see if it's soothing to my ears. Because at one point I was really emotional with music, and music is an emotional language. But for me, it was like, okay, I don't like this artist, so I'm not downloading it. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually gotta give it. I gotta give it a chance. I gotta give it an opportunity.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. So for me, I downloaded. Let me see, 7 of what? How many songs are on there?
22.
I downloaded 7 of the 22 tracks. The soundtrack. So
that means it kind of bricked.
Yeah, low key. The soundtrack in its completion wasn't really for me, just because I'm not really a Herbo fan.
Herbo Snap though, I like that song.
It was straight. And then like the people that I weren't really too familiar with, it's still taking me some time for it to either grow on me or for it to die. So I really only downloaded the ones that I was like going back to.
Who weren't you privy to before this project? Because everybody on here is a recognizable name, from Don Kennedy to Sir to Safe.
So I didn't know Safe before this.
I played you Safe before. He has a song with Playboy.
Okay. I don't know who White Dave is.
I don't know who White Dave is either.
And I know who Black Thought is, but I think
that's a bit insensitive to put a White Dave on a Black Messiah album.
Yeah, that was a bit weird for me. And the only 2 other ones or 3 other ones. Well, no, I don't know who Nardo Wick is either.
You said Black Thought.
Black Thought.
They might cancel you for that one.
I mean, I'm a fan of Black Thought, but is he in my everyday like listens?
It's not the fact, but I'm just saying, who weren't you familiar with?
No, that's what I was saying. Nardo Wick, White Dave. And then Safe I wasn't really here for. And then Rakim, I know who Rakim is, but I'm not like he's not on my everyday listens either. But
you might get slandered for that too.
I mean, that's cool. Y'all can kill me for that. I'll die on that mountain alone. That's just my personal preference.
Now the film itself, astronomical, incredible. I don't even know.
There was a lot of gems in it.
It was hella gems.
There's a lot of gems.
I told you last week on this platform, I didn't know Fred Hampton passed at 21.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a huge eye opener. And hearing Lakeith Stanfield talk about, you know, how he's in therapy now after playing that role, because that took a lot of emotion out of him. They said for him to even poison Fred Hampton in the movie, that was a lot for him to soak in. It was like, yo, this is getting real, because he's part of that story.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that, because, you know what I'm saying, you having to literally, like, get into this person's, like, body.
Be a snitch. You're playing the role of a snitch.
Yeah.
And it's based on a true story that really happened, and that changed our culture forever.
And this might be kind of, like, not even bad to say, but it might place a stigma on it, a negative kind of stigma on it, but I feel like the movies that do come out the best, a lot of times the actors, like, after they portray the characters, the actors are in, like, a sort of a rut. Like, a couple interviews, Michael B. Jordan even said it. After he played Killmonger, he needed therapy. He had to, you know what I'm saying? Because just...
And I can understand that decompression. Yeah. You need that space, because you've been working on set for probably the past year and a half.
Exactly.
On somebody that's probably a psychopath in the movie, but that you're not really You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that very much.
But I think overall the message was we felt that. You felt all of his words what he said in his speeches.
Hell yeah.
I think he said something about the revolution. You can't kill the
you can't kill a revolution, but you can kill a revolution.
Yeah, something like that. And then he talked about war and politics is bloodshed, and politics versus war is without bloodshed or some shit like that. It was a whole bunch of gems.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if I'm like messing up his quotes on what he said during the film, but definitely incredible. I definitely recommend it. And I've seen it twice now.
It was shocking to me. I learned that I knew he was killed at 21, but I didn't know like all three of the major like bureaus of government actually conspired against this one man. Like I did not know that.
And it was not even just him, it was just the Black Panther in totality.
Well, they conspired to kill him.
Yeah.
But they conspired to kill the party for sure, yes. But the fact that you got a 21-year-old that's stirring up trouble, bringing up the lower class of every race in America to fight you, and you conspire to kill one man, that says a lot. Y'all should definitely go research that story and watch the movie as well, just to know the history, know the whys, for real.
On the flip side, I will have some constructive criticism and critique about it. In Hollywood, we are starting to see the trend of seeing the same black actors over and over in the same films.
Yeah.
So not that they didn't have a phenomenal job in the roles that they did play in the film, I would just like to see more diversity of us in those films too, because we know what's his name in real life, Daniel K. I don't want to pronounce it or slaughter his last name. We know Daniel K. can perform. We know Lakeith Stanfield is brilliant, and everybody else in that film was amazing. But there's also hella other black actors out there too that can contribute to the message and can contribute to Hollywood.
No doubt. I do think a part of that plays into the fact that Hollywood, whether it be Black Hollywood in Atlanta or Hollywood, white Hollywood in Cali, I feel like a lot of it plays into the fact that it's such a, you know what I'm saying, either you got to know somebody to get in where you fit in, or, you know what I'm saying, it's just a little bubble.
Because we think Hollywood is a melting pot, but it still isn't. Not. It's still very heavy on politics and political who they want on what role and who gets an Oscar and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and we can do a deep dive on that because that's a totally like whole nother ball game when it comes to that world specifically. Because I know like I'm obviously not a professional yet, but I'm in the world a little bit. I dibble and dabble, so I know some things and how it is portrayed and how. Because honestly, I've been trying to get my foot in for real. Like before we started the pod, I was trying to get my foot in just at least to be on somebody's set as a you know what I'm saying, a PA or anything like that. And it's like, bro, you can't even hold somebody's chords if you don't know them. You know what I mean? Like they not even really fucking with you on just carrying around some chords, bro.
And that needs to change.
Yeah, so the fact that it's not like a lot of black people, a lot of black faces on there is because, you know what I'm saying, you have to get in where you fit in. A lot of black people, one, sorry to say it, either suck at networking, or two, are too prideful to, you know what I'm saying, ask, or, you know what I'm saying, go that extra mile because they feel like they're better than that.
You know what else I've been thinking about lately too? It's very dangerous out here to even be an entertainer. And by entertainer, I mean just rapper, artist. Yeah, just be in the limelight. You know, from what we talked about last week with Sahai to the reports of the 42 Doug and Roddy Ricch. Like, I was shook.
We're going to get to that too.
I was out. We talk about it now. I was out eating when I got the notification on my phone. The first thing I thought of, I was like, I hope both gentlemen are cool. Because we can't afford to keep losing kings to violence.
That's facts. That's big facts. I don't even know why there was a shooting.
I'm not the biggest.
Why they were shot at.
I'm not the biggest 42 Doug fan, but
still,
I still want to see this man alive and breathing and providing for his family.
Facts.
Because you kill him, that sets back a whole lineage. You kill Roddy Ricch, that sets back a whole lineage. So it's just important, man, to stay or to use your amendment first of all, and just be cautious of where you at because bullets don't have no name on them.
Nah, and it's also sick the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, we just thinking about this, it's like the time, the most prevalent time where we as younger generations start to kill these generational, like, curses, as people put it, or just, you know what I'm saying, things that we weren't able to accomplish or our parents weren't able to accomplish. Right when we start, like, actually killing that shit, they start killing us. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you killing people, like, yeah, they're putting on for their families, they're killing generational curses, but they're also, you know what I'm saying, breaking ties. They're also, you know what I'm saying, burning these bridges that, you know what I'm saying, were set up for us not to be able to cross. Now we making our own paths and we dying off because of whatever reason. Exactly. Shit like this. And it sucks to say, but we need to get our shit together. We need to get right.
And also, quick thought too, I know I'm all over the place. I also want to send prayers to Tiger Woods. He's one of those people, for me at least. I put him in the vicinity of a Kobe because the whole world feels Tiger Woods' impact.
He's the Kobe of golf.
But to those who don't know, he got into a very serious car accident earlier today in L.A. They say he was the only person in the car at the time, and he had multiple leg injuries. They said none of them were life-threatening. But when I seen that first report, I was automatically scared again. I was like, not again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, 2020 is just carrying on over to 2021. And it's just, I just want everybody to be safe out there, be well. I just feel like every week we come in here, it's always a king, queen, or whoever, people just dying. Shout out to the people and prayers to the people in Texas, too.
Hell yeah.
Let's not even get started on homeboy that's elected official that's out in Cancun or some shit.
Who? Oh yeah, you talking about Ted Cruz?
Yeah, Ted Cruz.
I ready to pull that up.
Like, seeing that, you got people that elected you in office for them to, you know what I'm saying, see some change, and they got no heat, no water. Some people don't have no power still. It's horrible to see this stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna read to you. Okay, so first we're gonna introduce the topic. I'm gonna read to you before you comment on it. I want to read to you his you know what I'm saying, his explanation, and I want you to tell me how you feel about it.
He's a piece of shit.
So basically, if you haven't already heard, Ted Cruz faces backlash after photos reportedly leaked showing him traveling while Texas was, you know what I'm saying, facing the winter storm.
Fam, before you even start, this man packed a night bag.
Yeah.
Like the I'm gonna stay overnight at Shorty's
Took
for
the family.
When people are literally out here dying.
Yeah. Took the family. But so his response to it was basically, so it says, quote, no one owes you or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during trying times like this. He says, sink or swim, it's your choice. The city and county, along with power providers or any other services, owe you nothing. I'm sick and tired of people looking for a damn handout. Tell me how you feeling about that. This is his city.
First of all, do you want us to just procure our own water? Like, how are we just supposed to have our own water? You know what I'm saying?
Dig that shit up out the earth.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's definitely an idiot. It's just sad to see, man. When has politicians haven't they failed us?
He resigned after this.
He resigned what?
He resigned.
Okay, Texas mayor resigns after telling citizens to stop complaining about the cold.
He resigned.
Yeah, he's an elected official, and he's talking at the side of his neck. Like, are you serious right now? And this goes into the argument of, when has an official fucked with us? Like, I know we got Keisha Bottoms in Atlanta, but I'm just saying, as like a census, a real one. As like a majority, these people don't give a damn about us. They just want your money, they want your vote, and they're gonna do whatever makes or benefits them and their family, and be in cahoots with their friends as well with it.
No, that's facts. I feel like I might get killed. I'm not gonna play devil's advocate because he's wrong, I guess, just because, you know what I'm saying, leaving sends the wrong message, right? I'm not gonna say he's completely in control of all these services that everybody was lacking, and, you know what I'm saying, yes, he may make the indecision because he's the mayor, but I feel like him personally, he can't be held responsible. It just sends a terrible message to the people that live in, you know what I'm saying, your state. That's for, you know what I'm saying, for politics' sake, for aesthetics. You look like an asshole.
Was it Tim Boyd, mayor of Colorado City, Texas. Tim Boyd resigns.
Okay.
But
so this post. Okay.
Yeah. But I just wanted to clear that up.
My bad. Okay, yeah. So thank you for that clarification. But yeah, I don't think that him personally should be, you know what I'm saying, like, chastised for the fact that certain decisions that could have been made in his presence weren't being made due to the storm. I feel like he should be chastised because you left in the middle of a storm, my brother, and you're the mayor. That just sends the wrong message. Like, you know what I'm saying, as a guy that was elected for the people, you're supposed to stand in these trying times with the people. Right. That shit just it looked all wrong, like, bro.
And the crisis that those people are going through, I can't even fathom. And the fact that you tell them to sink or swim,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Are you serious?
Even if you can or cannot help, it's like, yo, you should still want to be able to provide some kind of, you know what I'm saying, sympathy, empathy, or whatever words you want to use to try to comfort the people that you govern. That's just wild to me.
This is a very demonic and evil world. And
yeah,
I tell you, like every week when you privy and hip on more information, even when you look at shit in hindsight and you realize, like, wow, like everything that people have overcome or still going through, it's just, you just gotta count your blessings. You gotta count your blessings out here.
A handout? I'm sorry, but that's like, wow, like,
that's a slap in the face.
Yeah, what are you looking at me to do if my water is like frozen or my pipes are burst or whatever the case is, like, as a citizen?
And we've had a pandemic since next week will officially hit a year since coronavirus.
Yeah,
we've been in this for a year, and you've given us these bullshit $600 stimuluses when some people have 2 and 3 kids and can afford to pay their rent and put food on the table and put gas in your car and to help out whoever else you're responsible for. I don't have all the answers, Sway. I don't.
Yeah, it's real sick out here. But to kind of, I guess, segue into something more, even more, I guess, not even more, but disparaging, I want to talk about the topic you put on here. It says the entire school board resigns after members caught disparaging parents.
Yeah.
I took a quick gander at that, but go ahead and introduce it for us, so we can get into the shenanigans, because that was wild as fuck to me too.
Maybe a little long-winded, but an entire board of one California school district resigned after they were recorded bashing parents during a virtual meeting. Board members of the Oakley Union Elementary School District resigned 2 days after they were caught making disparaging comments about parents. The board was seen joking and complaining about parents who criticized them. They implied that parents wanted school to reopen so they could have their babysitters back. One member even joked about a friend having a marijuana delivery service who said parents would. Yo, I can't make this stuff up, man. I just can't. It goes on to say they forgot that there's real people on the other side of those letters that they're writing, said school board president Lisa, whatever her last name is. It's really unfortunate that they want to pick on us because they want their babysitters back. After realizing their meeting was not private, I guess the principal attempted to apologize for the board's earlier comments. However, offended and enraged parents started a petition demanding the board members' resignation. As they should.
Hey, if fuck them kids was a person.
Yeah, basically. That was basically their group chat. Like, that's basically their group chat. Yeah,
that shit is crazy. I mean, so on one hand, you know what I'm saying, as a teacher, I guess, like, I'm not a teacher, but I know teachers, and they are people too, and they do, you know what I'm saying, actually make...
and shout out to the teachers also. Shout out to all the educators, all the nurses, the healthcare physicians, everybody.
Outside of, like, professors, like college professors, teachers, they actually make a considerably less of amount of money that they should be paid to actually deal with a lot of these kids that's out here. So I'm going to say kudos to the teachers. Now, they probably shouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, they going to get their shit off. We going to get our shit off, regardless. They probably shouldn't have done it, you know what I'm saying, on a platform where they might have been able to be recorded.
They say, yo, the plug about to draw to their house.
Yeah,
that's basically what that one teacher said. That's sick.
But, I mean, at the same time, too, though, I get the plight of parents, too, because, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, yeah, they wanted their babysitters back. But at the same time, like, you going from being a provider for the household and then actually a provider for their life and then, you know what I'm saying, their academic life, too, I'm pretty sure it could get, you know what I'm saying, very, very hectic. And you're not a teacher yourself. You're just a parent. So I get that.
Yeah, I think before we get out of here, just some quick hits really quick.
Yeah.
I seen Jay-Z. What did Jay-Z do?
Oh, yeah. Kudos to King, please.
Moet Hennessy, the world leader in luxury wines and spirits, is pleased to announce a partnership with Sean Jay-Z Carter through the acquisition of 50% stake. I don't know how to pronounce the fancy brand name.
Yeah,
a leader in prestige champagne. The partnership reflects a shared version between the Moet Hennessy and Sean Jay-Z Carter for the future of this iconic Mason.
So that's lit as hell.
Definitely, again, Hove continues to break barriers, of course. So shout out to him on that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was interesting. Malia Obama joining forces with Donald Glover for a new Amazon series.
I saw that too. I know that's gonna go crazy. I'm a big fan of Childish Gambino. His writing, maybe not so much of his music as much anymore, just because he's not in that world as much. But that would go crazy.
It says she reportedly signed on to write for an upcoming streaming series. She'll also be working with Donald Glover, who signed an 8-figure production deal with Amazon Prime.
Wow!
Kudos to you, King. He will produce television projects. A potential one is called Hive, the New York Post reports. Donald tapped in with the Watchmen writer Janine Neighbors to lead the team, as well as the former first daughter, Malia.
Watchmen is a show.
Yeah.
But nah, so that actually is kudos to, you know what I'm saying, Obama. Kudos to Gambino. Kudos to Amazon too, though, because they adding some color to their platform. And as a black man in a writer's board, on a white writer's board, that shit is going to go crazy. Amazon, I'm actually like looking for some big things from y'all just because Gambino's on your team now. That's pressure as fuck.
Real quick, too, I know Lakers been struggling. I know you haven't called me out of my book.
No, I was going to. I was going to.
They're on a 3-game losing skid.
Yeah.
By the time everybody hears this podcast, LeBron will win.
No AD. No AD.
He'll win a couple games by the time they hear this podcast, so we ain't worried about that. You see what I got on my hat, too, the LA.
It sounds good.
I'm repping you.
It sounds good.
Come on,
man. Don't rep me.
Where you from?
I'm not from LA. No, I'm not from San Diego.
You from San Juan?
I'm from Orange County.
Okay.
I'm from Orange County, my guy.
You're bougie.
Hey, I'm not bougie. I'm from the trenches. I'm not bougie.
Orange County is the trenches now?
Yeah.
All right, let's stop it.
You know, Compton is definitely considered.
I know you ain't from Compton.
But you know it's considered part of Orange County, right?
But you're not from Compton.
So is what? How you know?
I
asked Sabri. I actually lived in Compton for a good stint of my life.
Listen, you wasn't outside when we was on the block.
Who?
You.
My crip walk is impeccable. Who? I was outside.
You gonna get a shot.
I was outside.
All right, let's move on.
Listen, I may not be one of those.
Let's not do that.
I don't hang bangers, but my crib walk, my sea walk, my crib, whatever you want to call it, it goes crazy. I'm from
now.
there.
I am no part.
But listen, though, the Lakers, I'm more of a Clippers fan, and you know that. More than the Lakers. So, yeah, they can continue losing.
And then last thing before I get out of here, I don't know if you've seen where they said that plane engine, that shit fell off in the sky.
Nah.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
Oh, that.
Shit.
Where was that at?
This is from the Denver Post.
In Atlanta? Oh, Denver. Okay, I was going to say, what?
You said in Atlanta?
I was like, ain't no way I didn't hear about that.
Shit, though.
It did. It really did.
Let me see if this page will load. Denver Post.
That's crazy.
Investigators trying... Dang, come on. All these freaking ads. All right, doesn't want me to be great.
Yeah, he's not trying to let you...
All right, you see this, right?
Yeah, he's not trying to let you read shit.
But pretty much from what I gathered and what I took a gander at in the article, it said investigators were trying to figure out what exactly caused the engine to fall out of the... while they were in the sky. And people were, of course, afraid and scared of, what's going on. Because they said they heard a big boom. So they looked out the window and the whole shit was gone.
But how you not know that your shit is at least loose or fucked up just from taking off?
Listen, I done been on plenty of flights where they said, we working on some maintenance. The engine, it ain't working. We out of tires. It'd be all kind of stuff.
Get me off this
and we just be sitting there like, all right.
Yeah, like, okay, hurry up and take off. Like, no.
We just trying to get to our destination.
Get me the fuck off.
But in real time, though, like, I feel like planes are very similar to vehicles. Like, you have to take care of them 10 times better than you do a car. So I can see a small defect affecting the whole entire engine or the entire plane.
Oh yeah, of course.
So of course I'm glad everybody was okay in that situation, but I thought it was just like way out of pocket because I'm suing y'all.
Did he say what airline? It's not gonna let you read it.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me read it because it's blocked out.
No, that's cool. That's wild as hell. But whatever airline that was, they definitely losing hella bread.
I need more than a voucher for the engine falling out, fam.
If you have stock in whatever airline this was, sell that shit immediately. Because what? Yeah, that shit is dead.
Yeah, my stomach would be in my ass.
Last thing that I kind of wanted to get off before we get out of here. And I wanted to speak on this too. We can talk about this next week because this is going to be a debate. But I want to know who you think the greatest GOAT of all time is. And I only say this because my answer...
GOAT of all time.
Yes. My answer is Serena. Right? I feel she is the most winningest athlete.
I actually took a gander at their match, Serena versus Naomi,
and that's why I got that off.
Won Osaka,
yeah, she did.
So yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
Winning the U.S. Open.
I think Serena
was it U.S. or Australian Open? It was Australian Open. Excuse me. Yeah.
I think Serena is one of the winningest people ever. I think she is the goatest of goats. So the fact that Naomi is, you know what I'm saying, this isn't her first time winning either, or beating Serena. I feel like this is like, you know what I'm saying, well, she's well on her way to becoming one of those goats too. So Absolutely. Shout out to both of those queens.
And that's why I'm a little offended when people say Tom Brady is the best athlete ever.
No, he's
like
not.
One of the best, to ever do it. I'll give you that. But when you say athlete, like you're including Tiger, you're including Braun, you're including Jordan, you're including Serena, like you said. If I already
Serena has more wins than everybody you just named.
Yeah.
And that's fact. I looked that up. I checked that.
Shit, Lewis Hamilton. I know people not into Formula One racing and stuff, but that's definitely a sport.
Yeah, nah.
Baseball, we can get into, Jackie Robinson, we can get into that.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey, the players who played two sports, Deion Sanders, like, come on. Like, y'all gotta call a spade, and y'all gotta stop living in the moment.
Yeah, y'all have to. Get at Black Queen her flowers, please.
But that's all I got. I gotta pee. I feel like
last shout out.
They hear my
your expeditious transference of topics.
Not even that. No, I feel like I always have to share when I have to pee to them, and they know when I have to pee.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about what you got going on.
Come on, let's end it. Hurry up.
Last shout out I wanted to give was to Tory Lanez' hairline. I see him leaving, so shout you out, King. We might not ever see you bike again, but yeah, peace out. You got sleepers?
Actually, y'all go cop that Evan J. Actually, he just dropped.
Oh yes, sir.
He dropped a preview of a new song called 5.0 coming out soon, but he did drop Keenan and Kel. Was that sometime last week? So y'all go check that out. I'm gonna try to put it at the end of this pod if he sends me the link in time. Evan J, I know you listen. Shout out to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Shit.
That's the real Mr. Bitches, Evan J.
That's the real Mr. Bitches. Y'all definitely go stream his music. Definitely go download all that good shit. I don't have a sleeper. Like always, I guess the sleeper is us. Black businesses.
Yes, sir.
So I guess that's the sleeper.
Baron Asher, y'all go cop that.
Cut different. Y'all go look them up. Definitely. Go ahead and cop your merch for real, and get your Brochillians merch. Actually, we coming with some new shit soon. You know what I'm saying?
Probably mid-March.
Yeah, probably mid-March.
They said they want the faces on the back.
They want the faces.
They want the best.
I don't know why y'all fuck with that shit.
Like I don't either.
Like a couple people.
Weird.
Yeah, they want
that's
the faces
so
and they want the colorways. That's what they've been.
Yeah, don't wear me.
Facts. I don't know, but I mean, I guess I fuck with it. I'm not mad at it, but yeah. Shout outs to the first timers, the last timers, and the in betweeners.
All right, come on, fam. Speed this
for
up.
Coming back again. We fuck with y'all. If ain't no sleepers, we gonna kick shit like that because this man got to get out of here.
Brochillians out.